So that last thing I want to talk about today, a little bit, we gotta get back to giving out that the secrets to success of life. You know what I'm saying? Like them life lessons. So I just want to remind people that when you're going through adversity, it's happening for a reason. No matter how hard it gets, watch closely to what's going on around you. Watch for how people respond, what doors open, what doors close, what doors don't open that you're expecting to open. And just figure out what you can learn about yourself. Like I'm going through something, and growth is constant, right? You can always keep growing and developing in different areas. And then when you're looking at, sometimes there's areas in your life where you kind of shrink back, right? So like for me, I pride myself on always trying to strive and reach for more, right? That's where no stopping Kev comes from. But sometimes there's also a battle between the opposite of that, which for me is complacency, right? Getting comfortable with where you're at. So now I'm at a point where, the beast has been awakened, right? So I got that beast back. So now it's just like, yo, Kev, I know you want this. You've been kind of sitting here and you've been comfortable, but now it's time to reach for more. So I think that whenever you're going through adversity, try to figure out what it's teaching you, because I believe there's a lesson in every adverse time that you go through. And for me, in this season that I'm in, it's for me to really get that fire back, and motivation and everything that I do, into it just has woken me up to realize that always be mindful of areas where you might be complacent, or you might have taken your foot off the gas pedal. So that's a big thing with me. And then I think the other thing that I'm realizing is to stay anchored in my faith. It's like it's very easy, especially in adverse times, to get down on yourself, right? So maybe you're thinking someone was gonna come through for you, they didn't, whatever it is. And I just felt a couple weeks ago, God was talking to me. He was like, listen, I got you to this point of where you are in your life, right? So why are you looking elsewhere, for this next jump you're about to make, right? And when he said that to me, I was just like, you're right. Like, you got me. I graduated valedictorian, Gates Scholar. You got me through Wharton. You got me into a great position starting on my career. It's like, I've been, kind of lost sight. You gotta focus my eyes. So I share that to say, regardless of what religion you believe in, stay anchored in your faith. Know who you look to. Know who guides you and orchestrate every move that you think you're making. Realize that someone else is ultimately in control. So I just felt I had to share that today. I like sharing real stories. Maybe in a month from now I can give more specifics. But I just wanted to share that. So when you're going through adversity, know there's a lesson, and know that, just try to remember to watch everything that you're going through closely to see what you can pull out and learn from that.
You said it about all with that. I can't even really say something, because I so hardly agree with everything you just said. And like, I know when you talk about comfortability, because I know where comfortability got me, because I got comfortable at one time. I know that. And I knew from what my faith had taught me that I never had before, and how it had opened me up to see things, and who have helped me. See, in ways, when you say that, it even helped me with me and your conversation, because we used to go at it so much with stuff because the way that I seen. But for some way, it opened things up to me. And believe me, I got a ways to go. And like you, when you were just saying, and I'm not trying to go too much, because I say that you said all that need to be said. But yeah, sometimes we slip and sometimes we fall, but we all need to get back up and just keep going. And that's all that I'm really gonna say because you said everything, but you really touched me with what you said and make me have to see because I need to get back up and pedal a little bit harder and a little bit more.
Yeah,
And
thanks for that, man. I think I like what you said about, it's okay to fall down sometimes. You just got to get back up. A lot of times where, it's kind of human nature to, sometimes compare yourself to people around you or that you see, but just know everything, you know, their timeline isn't your timeline. So don't beat yourself up if you feel like, you're making a move 2 years later than all your peers that are in the same track, right? Like that's not something worth getting yourself down on. Enjoy making the move now, you know.
one thing I want to say, and what you just said, like in that, some people process just starts before yours.
Mm.
Like sometimes, like in recovery, they used to say, like, you might have 10 years clean, and like, you know what? I may just have the day, or I might have 5 days clean. But you know what? When I lay down tonight, I got the same thing you got today. I got another day clean. And
Mm.
like another day, if I got another day, like you said, you might be up here today. But you know what? I'm working to get there. So the same work I'm putting in day and day, you know what? One day I may get there, and one day you're gonna be somewhere. But you know what? You may push me to get to that place.
Yeah, I think thanks, Dad. I think that's a great spot to leave off. I hope that message resonates with somebody, which I know it will. So if you're listening to this, even if you feel like those words weren't for you today, share the podcast on your story, your Facebook, send it to your group chats because you never know. Somebody might need to hear that, who's going through something. One thing that I've learned and a big reason why I was like, yeah, I want to start a podcast is because, you know, I realize that a lot of us go through a lot of things, but we also, in the process, kind of isolate ourselves and think we're the only one going through it and we're scared to talk about it. Well, I'm here to talk about it. I'm bringing people to the show who aren't, they're comfortable talking about it to ultimately help some other people.